My name is Aisha. Welcome to One Elder Speaks. Today I'm trying out a new format, just basically me and my table. This is one of my mini decks. This is the, Everyday Witch deck. It's really kind of friendly, kind of soft colors, kind of cutesy, you can get some really good costuming ideas off of it for sure. I don't use this deck very often, but I do like it, and I think it'll be good for today. We're going to do a random reading, and with basically no thought as to what we're talking about. But the main thing is all the layouts that I was aware of growing up and learning tarot, they all had outcomes, and I noticed after a while that not all of my outcomes came out. And it kind of bothered me. I was like, oh, I don't really know that I understand this, because it always seemed to be pretty accurate about telling people what was going on right at that second, right at that moment, but less accurate going out into the future. Well, I think it was the late 80s, I read an article that said somebody had done a study on how accurate tarot readings were as far as outcomes, as far as the future was concerned. And it said it was roughly a little over 50% that they were accurate. And I was like, okay, now that makes sense to me. So it's roughly going to be about as accurate, and I'm talking about outcomes specifically. They're roughly going to be as accurate as your best friend. So don't get hung up on outcomes, on future stuff. You have not manifested your future yet, so of course you're not gonna, you're not gonna really have an accurate knowing of what's going to happen in the future yet. And so I would say, after I read that article, this is like a possible outcome, nothing set in stone. And now, of course, we know about timelines and manifesting, and so now we understand, you haven't manifested the future yet. It's not here yet. So, this is just a scenario. That being said, let's go ahead and we're going to do a different layout today. This is the second layout that I really worked with a lot. And I think it was my third deck was the Golden Dawn deck. And this was one of the layouts that they had in there, in that particular book. And also, I think it's described in the Thoth deck. I think that's another one of those. And I cannot remember the name of this layout, so don't quote me. But we're going to do a layout for today. And yeah, we're just going to ask to, any information that might be helpful to anybody. Okay, so the first three that you lay out, this is where you are now. And Two of Swords. The world is about completion. So a cycle is basically winding up, and you're not quite in the manifestation stage of your next cycle. But what's coming up is really, you haven't quite gotten into the creative stage yet. And I don't know what you're waiting for, but you're kind of holding yourself up a little bit. So let's get a little bit more information on that. Now, the layout is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's go ahead and do that. And usually I'll stop here and kind of give them kind of a view too. And I'll relate these three together and these three together. You haven't quite made a decision on what road you're going to take. You're definitely getting your ducks in a row to start on a creative endeavor of some sort, but you haven't decided the exact road that you're going to be taking. So that's why that's pending right now. And you're going to have to deal with lack mentality. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is fruitful and who is feels the abundance of life, and with her being upside down, I would say basically you're having to deal with a lack mentality, which is basically going to bring you more lack, because that's that part of the manifestation. If you believe that you're not going to receive, then you're not going to receive. So this is also what's hanging you up. Well, that's pretty interesting. Okay, and I'm going to lay out the rest of the cards. So for the layout, when you have it all out, this is the past, this is now, this is one future, this is two future. They may relate to each other, they may be talking about two separate things, and this is the outcome. So if I had this laid out before me, I would say in the past, you know that you want to embark on a creative endeavor. You've got the Five of Wands and the Hermit. Five of Wands. Okay. And life is kind of giving you a little bit of a breather. I don't think it's been a long one, but a little bit of a breather. But you may not have been taking that time to sit and to sit with your own thoughts, to sit with your own counsel, to talk to your own higher self, or to meditate. All these things are gathering information that's from you. It's information that you already have inside of you. But you haven't been taking that time. So at this point, I would counsel, if you can sit in the silence for 15 to 20 minutes a day, you're going to be doing yourself a favor. And it's not about emptying your mind. I mean, maybe thinking would be actually what you want to do. But thinking more about higher stuff, like, where do I want to go? What makes me happy? Who do I want to be a year from now, 5 years from now? And getting that imagery in your mind. Because you are closing out a really important cycle. It's closing up. And some new things are trying to be birthed here. But you will have to deal with your lack mentality. Let's look a little bit more into that. We got the Seven of Swords and the Six of Cups. Okay, the Six of Cups is about the past. And then Seven of Swords. You've been fucked over in the past. Let's just say it. You've been fucked over in the past. And you feel like that's a repeating pattern that's going to happen and happen and happen. The problem is once you get into a loop of being fucked over in the past and thinking that that's what's going to happen in the future, then you set up a life, you manifest a life where that's exactly what happens in the future. This is going to be a difficult thing for you to move past here again, sit in the silence and take a little, try to talk to your higher self, or try to talk to your guides and try to get some information on how you're going to get past this, how you're going to move beyond this. Because this is hanging up. Judgment. Let's see what this is. We got the Three of Pentacles upside down and the Eight of Swords. Geez. There again, you're holding yourself up by not moving ahead with what it is that you want to do. And you're the only one holding yourself up. This is not somebody's got you there. It's like your own fears have put you there. And now you have to make a decision to do something differently. It's time, Let's go to the outcome. Now the outcome is Strength, the Moon, and the Nine of Swords. Once you move past your own programming, your own doubts, your own insecurities, and your own fears, then all this will fall away and you'll be able to sit in your strength and bring out who you really are. But it's going to take a minute because you've been sitting in this lack and in this I can't for so long. So cut yourself some slack, give yourself some time, but make that commitment to the future that you want to manifest for yourself. Make that commitment. And you can have it all, but you have to believe that you can have it all. And you can have it all, but you've got to get off your butt and get it done. And and know that no matter what happens in this life, you can do it. You got this. Well, I mean, that one spoke to me big time. I'm going to be bringing up some more stuff about tarot as well on this Let's Talk Tarot series. But I also want to offer my services to do personal readings. I'm figuring $20 20-minute readings, and we'll schedule you in. You know, I have a day job, and I'm not quitting my day job today. So, you know, we'll schedule you in, or we can do a video. I can do a video for you and send it to you. So however you want to do this. But I'd be more than happy to do that. So just get in touch with me at oneelderspeaks at gmail.com. And one is ONE, you know, and then elder and then speaks. Alrighty. Well, I plan on doing more of these, and I hope this turns out pretty well. And I hope y'all got something from it. And we'll talk to you later. All right, y'all take care. Bye.